You don't realize this night has returned right away, not because you were asleep, not because you were tired. The moment between day and night passed without asking you. You notice it not by the window, not by the light. You notice it by the silence. It feels different, not heavier, not deeper, just less interested in you. The house stands exactly the way it always has. You know every sound it makes, every pause between them. That's why you feel the change immediately. Nothing is happening, and that's wrong. You've been here a long time, long enough to stop asking questions, long enough to forget how the first nights felt. You remember that you used to listen carefully. Now you don't. Now you simply stay. You don't think about the past. The past doesn't ask for attention when the present behaves too calmly. You notice small things, the way the air doesn't move when you cross the room. The way a shadow stays in place slightly longer than it should, but you don't look at the mirror. Not because you're afraid. You already know what you would see. Yourself. And that feels sufficient. The house doesn't scare you anymore. That word no longer fits. It doesn't press, it doesn't call. It doesn't remind you of itself. It simply accepts. And you catch yourself thinking that you like that. Sometimes other people come here. They say it feels warm, that it's easy to breathe. that they want to stay a little longer. You listen and say nothing. You learned a long time ago that convincing isn't necessary. You notice who stays longer than planned, who forgets their belongings, who starts speaking quieter without understanding why. You never explain. You never do. At night, you sense a sound, not a voice, not a whisper. It feels more like a thought that isn't yours. It doesn't call you. It's just present. You don't move toward it. You know it isn't outside. It was always part of the house. And now, part of you. You remember a time when you needed answers. Who lived here? What happened? Why this place never pushed you away? Now it feels strange that answers ever mattered. You understand something slowly. The house doesn't keep secrets. It keeps people. Those who decided to stay. Those who didn't notice the moment the decision was already made. You look at the door, it's open. It always has been. That's why you no longer check whether you can leave. You don't feel held. That would be too obvious. You feel that nothing is pushing you out anymore. The house doesn't ask, it doesn't need. It simply remains, and so do you. If someone asked whether this place is dangerous, you would say no. And you would be honest, because danger implies choice. The house is still here. So are you. And if tonight you're still listening, then you already understand. This isn't the end. It's only continuation.